Okay. So, this much of the show is over. At least you know there's this much to come. Now, don't you feel better?
This stuff is heavy. But the raccoon lodge is worth a sore back. I'm telling you, this is going to be the greatest hamburger fry in Raccoon Lodge history. I can't wait for that bowling tournament. Kingpin here. Here we go. Hey, oh! Rockmore, why can't you come in like a regular human being?
I'm sorry, Elsie, I'm sorry, but look at here. I bought the comestibles.
Comestibles? What, you burnt the food already, Throckmorton?
No, Alfie, I have the food.
Oh, good. Then you did what I told you before I left, and you bought the last half of the stuff on my list over there.
Right indeedy-do.
Good. Because I got the stuff on the first half. I got the lettuce.
Check.
I got the cookies.
Radio.
The hamburger. The garlic.
Whoa, Alf, you better put on the brakes right there. Let me show you something. I got the hamburger and the garlic.
Throckmorton. You can't have the hamburger and the garlic. Because the hamburger and the garlic were on my half of the list, see? I also had the mushrooms, the olive oil, the onions, and the tomatoes, right?
Alfie, you better pull the train into this station right here because, as you can see, I got the onions and the tomatoes. We better take a look at this here list.
Bring that board over here, Throckmorton.
Yeah, something very wrong here.
Because the onions and the tomatoes can't be on your half of the list, Throckmorton. This is my half of the list. Right there. Now, Throckmorton, show me what you think is your half of the list.
All right. Just take a walk here with my short can.
Throckmorton, hurry it up!
Here we go. Hey, you want to cross down? Here we go. Make a left thing going downtown. Moving up and up that. That is my half of the list.
Throckmorton, what do you mean, that is my half of the list? You copied down the wrong portion, Throckmorton, and you bought some of the same stuff I have on my half of the list.
Oh, yeah, Alfie, I guess I did, huh? Well, hey, that's not all I've done.
That's right, Throckmorton, that's not all you've done. You've also managed to royally mess up our annual raccoon dinner.
What? I have created a Venn diagram.
A what?
A Venn diagram. It is a mathematical tool used for solving logical and philosophical problems invented by English mathematician John Venn.
Oh, that's so.
Indeed-o.
How could you know that, huh?
Well, his great-nephew worked with me in the sewer.
Throckmorton, cut that out! Listen, none of this would have happened if you would have bought your half of the list. See, I bought my half of the list, which were these 8 items. And you were supposed to buy your half of the list, which were these 8 items.
Oh, Ralphie, I get it. I made a mistake. You see, I thought that this was your half. These 8 items. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Leaving the other half, or 8 items. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. For me.
Well, Venn diagram or no Venn diagram, we can't have our annual hamburger fry now.
Oh, really? Why not?
Why not?
Yeah, why not?
Look at this, Throckmorton. We both bought hamburger, garlic, onion, and tomatoes.
Oh, that's all right. There's just more sandwiches for all of us.
Yeah, but look at this. Neither of us bought mustard, bun, relish, or ketchup. So we got no buns for sandwiches, and even if we did, we got nothing to put on them.
Well, boy, you speak that true soul, great fat father.
Look, Throckmorton, one of these days I'm gonna let you have it.
Hang on a second, Alf. I think I got the solution. Yeah, that's it. We'll take all the raccoons out to dinner.
Are you crazy? That 50 of them will cost me a fortune.
Yeah, that's true. Hey, we'll take them to that fast food restaurant on the interstate highway.
That'll still cost me a fortune.
Yeah, well, maybe some of the raccoons will get run over crossing the highway.
Throckmorton, cut that out! Wait a minute, move over. I just had a brainstorm. Take a look at this. Throckmorton, tell me, what's got hamburger, garlic, mushrooms, olive oil, onions, tomatoes, cheese, and tastes good?
I know.
What is it?
Nothing.
Wrong! Spaghetti sauce,
Oh,
Throckmorton.
spaghetti, right.
Listen, we make this into spaghetti sauce and we pour it over the noodles.
Check.
Then we make the lettuce into a salad. Heck, we serve it with some soft drinks or milk and cookies, and ta-da! We got the first annual spaghetti dinner!
Oh, Alfie boy, put it there. Oh, let me tell you something, Alfie boy. You are much smarter than you look.
Thanks, Throckmorton.
Yeah, but then again, who isn't smarter than you look?
One of these days, Throckmorton! To the moon, Throckmorton! To the moon!
Phil, yeah, I know the car is outside waiting for me, but this forest story is still unfinished. No, I don't think our viewers will be bored by this report. Well, Woody will just have to wait. Look, I gotta go. I've got Bob Brown of Moosehead Manufacturing waiting for me, too. Just tell the driver I'll be there when I can. Bob, what's a nice piece of wood like this doing near a pile of wood like that?
That's the rough wood that we use to make the finished piece that you have in your hand. Most people believe that a tabletop is made from one piece of board. It's not. It's made up of a number of narrow strips.
Furniture makers can make tabletops of any size by laying together those strips of wood until they add up to the right width and length. The same is true for every piece of furniture Moosehead makes, even the shelves of this corner cabinet.
Now, is this the triangle shelf for the corner china cabinet?
This is not the shelf, but this is the pattern that we make the shelf from.
Oh, well, that doesn't seem so tough.
Well, let's try one.
All right. How's that?
Well, that's one way to do it. But what we're concerned with is that the waste that we have on either side of the shelf.
Oh, well, how would you do it?
Let me show you.
Okay.
Oh, you're using boards of all different lengths to build your shelf. This is sort of like a jigsaw puzzle.
This is the best fit, but we put the 24-inch piece at the bottom and the 12-inch pieces at the top.
Well, now, what does it matter? I mean, doesn't one 24-inch piece of wood have the same value as two 12-inch pieces?
No, because it's much more difficult to come up with this 24-inch piece than it is with two 12-inch pieces.
So the 24-inch board is much harder to find.
Right.
Oh, well, thank you, Bob. Thanks for this tour, and thanks for explaining about jigsaw puzzles.
It's my pleasure.
In fact, a jigsaw puzzle is a nice way to think about this whole place. While people who put the furniture together are solving smaller mathematical puzzles, like the triangular shelf, the people who run the mill are solving a bigger one, making sure all the usable wood is taken from a log, then getting the right shapes and sizes of wood to the right furniture-making department so all the different pieces can be made. Everyone here is trying to decrease waste and increase the best use of the wood.
Well, as it turns out, this has been a most unusual assignment for this reporter. Imagine mathematics everywhere you turn, in your job, in your everyday life. Well, this is Sybil Sawyer, your Hollywood reporter, and Broadway is my beat. Bye-bye. Take me back to Beverly Hills, Jane.
Oops is brought to you by Erasers. Don't make a mistake without one. On October 12th, 1935, Nordrock Twitch E-Room was working on a highly secret project. Just before he quit for the day, he made one seemingly insignificant mismeasurement. Because of that tiny mistake, just look what happened.
Oops! I should have started here.
Let's look at that again.
If I had done this right the first place, maybe this wouldn't have happened.
Oops was brought to you by Erasers. Don't make a mistake without one.
These guys have a problem, but it's solved by someone from our planet. Kind of makes you proud to be an Earthling, doesn't it?
And Yet another chapter of As the Planets Spin, As the Planets Spin, As the Planets Spin, As the Planets Spin, As the
Good day, Mr. Burke.
Mrs. Crater, how are you and your new Earthling?
Her name is Spot.
She sure is cute. Are they a lot of trouble?
Not as long as they have water and you keep their cage clean.
Can she speak?
I'm learning.
Amazing! Yesterday, I prepared this feast upon the measurement of the perimeter of the Earthling's room.
Oh dear, she can't possibly sleep on that. It's too small.
Oh, no. This is a scale model. 1 inch of this model represents 1 yard.
Mrs. Crater, didn't you know that?
Smart thing. Yes, little one. I did not spend all my time skiing on Saturn. Mr. Burke, how much is this going to cost?
Well, we have to calculate the area of this to determine the number of square yards.
Would you like to use my calculator?
No thank you, young Earthling. I have my own. This is not a simple rectangle where the area is just the length times the width.
I see what you mean. Well, I suppose we could make rectangles like this.
Uh-oh, I see trouble coming.
3 times 5 yards, that's 15 square yards.
And 2 times 6 is 12 square yards. And when you multiply the square yards times the cost,
We have 27 square yards at $20 a square yard equals $540.
That's what? Nothing. Now listen, you two. Mrs. Crater, before you pay anything, double check what you did. Didn't you notice that these two rectangles overlap?
Indeed, they do.
oh, you counted this section in your rectangle.
And so did you, which means win that. We counted that section twice.
Yep. Now, for clarity's sake, I suggest drawing the dotted line down here.
You have a good and loyal Earthling, Mrs. Crater.
Yes, I see it too. You take this larger rectangle, and I'll take this smaller rectangle.
Well, this is still 3 yards by 5 yards, 15 square yards.
And this one is 2 times 3, which is 6 square yards. And 21 square yards at $20 a piece is...
Wazoo! $420, a significant difference.
And we have Spot to thank for it.
She's very clever.
Oh, you should hear her play the accordion.
No, I shouldn't. Spirit, you flicker. Oh, human music.
The following song contains references to squares of varying areas and to imagery which some viewers might find offensive. Although the song is edited for television, children are advised to ask their parents to leave the room.
Listen up, all you square pegs. I got a math rap I gotta do. It won't take long to sing my song. You know I wrote it just for you. Squares are simple shapes. 4 sides all the same. Squares are functional. units, square inches, square feet, square yards, square blocks, square miles, square days, square dance. Square, square, everywhere, on the ground, in the air, square, everywhere. Square, square, all around, in the house, all over town, square, get around. Got the right angle. Squares are never round, no matter how you look at them, they're upside down. Squares, squares are such a groove. Put six of them together and you get a cube. Squares, squares, squares everywhere, on the ground, in the air. Squares everywhere.
On in just for a second. That sounds like a soprano I used to work with. Now, here's our deck of playing cards. I'm going to just use a few off the deck here, and we'll save these for later on. Now, I'm going to turn a few of these cards upside down, and we're going to mix them up so that some are face up and some are face down, like that. In fact, you do that. You mix them up, so I have no idea what order they're in. Because, oh, it's very nicely done. There's a product of a misspent youth. See that? Now, I'm going to put these behind my back, and I'm going to separate them. And as I do that, I'm going to hand each of you a pile of these cards, and you will see that the same number of cards are face up in the deck. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, and you have 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. You see? Now, I know some people will say, well, maybe he got lucky. Did you say that?
I wouldn't say that.
You wouldn't say that. Okay.
I would.
Well, I'll tell you what then. I'm going to ask you to shuffle them up one more time for me. And this time I'm going to look away, and you put them into my hand behind my back. That's fine. Okay? You put them behind my back. Okay, you've done that. Okay. Now, we're going to try it one more time, and let's see if we get real lucky this time and see how many you have up. You have up 3, and you have 3 of them up. You start with an even number of cards. In our particular case, we had 12 cards, 6 of which were face down, 6 of which are face up. Now, when these are mixed together in any order like this, and when you then shuffle them up, it doesn't matter, the shuffling has nothing really to do with it other than just mixes them up. When you separate them into 2 stacks, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 each, notice the same number of cards that are up in this half are down in this half. So to make them match, all you have to do is to turn 1 stack over. You see? Now, in order to do it again, you return this to this position so that there are still 6 up and 6 down. You ask the other person to shuffle it, as you will do. And then behind my back, I separate them into 2 piles of 6 each. Now, you do that. Put 6 in one hand and 6 in the other. 3, 4, 5, 6. There. Now, turn that stack over, and we'll both see that we have 3 up and 3 down.
Yay!
Like that. And now you see how it's done.
I did.
Magic.
You see, no, that's not magic. That's called parity. It's another form of mathematics.
Oh.
Well, that pretty well takes care of it.
Mr. Blackstone, that watch out, the disappearing ink.
Hold on. Wait a second. Hold on just a second. Disappearing ink, indeed.
Thanks
like it better the other way.
Would you like it better the other way?
The story you are about to see is a fib, but it's short. The names have been made up, but the problems are real.
It was Friday, 2:43 p.m. We were working the day watch out of MathNet. Clouds covered the L.A. basin. Rain had fallen near the coast. Somewhere a loon cried over a lake. We were still trying to solve the problem of the missing baseball. We decided to review yesterday's episode to refresh our memories. George called Howie and told him to follow the arrow until he ran out of interference complaints. I checked the map.
Really? The complaints stop at Scenario Circle? Nothing beyond that point? Terrific, Howie. The house has got to be here.
We've got our man, George. Let's roll.
Looks like these houses have been here forever, Kate.
Uh-huh. But how about that little one over there? Looks a little out of place, doesn't it?
Uh-huh. And it does look like Miss McGregor's house.
A little bit, yeah.
Except for one thing. Her house was green with green shutters. This one is green with white shutters.
Let's talk to the owner anyway. Look, George, a missing porch board. Just like the porch at Mrs. McGregor's house. This must be the place.
Could be a coincidence, Kate. You know, I mean like a happenstance.
Uh-huh. Well, nobody's home. We'll just have to come back later. This must be the house. We called Mrs. McGregor and Howie to headquarters to ask some additional questions. We asked Mrs. McGregor about the floor plan of her house. Are you sure this is what the inside of your house looked like?
That's it, miss.
If the ball entered from the front door, it would have come here.
Uh-huh. And bounced off this wall, probably ended up in this corner.
Well, let's get out there and look in that corner. That's correct, except for one thing.
Ma'am?
That's not a wall. That's a fireplace.
Then the ball is in there, right in the fireplace. Mrs. McGregor will be in touch. Howie, come with us. We'll have your father's baseball back in no time.
Uh-oh.
Aren't you happy?
Just one thing. It was cold last night. What if they had a fire in the fireplace?
We were sure we had the right house. All we had to do now was prove it. Afternoon, sir. I'm Monday.
Frankly.
MathNet.
I never worked with a net. Go away.
Wonder if we could ask you a few questions, sir.
The answer to your question is no.
What's your name, sir?
Oh, that's easy. Chuck. Charlie. Sampson. Simpson.
You sure?
Sure, I'm sure. My mother sewed it into my socks.
Uh-huh. Wonder if you could tell me how long you've lived here?
Lived here? All my life. I was born in this house.
Really?
Yeah. I went to school here, got married here. I've been here a long time.
Yes, sir. We're looking for a missing baseball.
You have an unusual occupation.
Yes, sir. I wonder if you've ever seen this.
I can't see a thing without my glasses. I must have mislaid them.
Are those your glasses over there?
Oh, sure. Thanks. I'm always mislaying. My glasses, I mean. Sure wish I didn't need them, you know, to see with.
Yes, sir. About that baseball.
Nope, can't help you. I never saw it in my life.
We have reason to believe it might be in your house. Wonder if we could take a look around.
I can tell you that baseball is not in my house. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've worked at it.
Did you have a fire in your fireplace last night?
Are you kidding? This is L.A. That's a fake fireplace. Hey, kid, where are you going? You know you're in my fireplace.
I got it. I got the ball.
Congratulations, Howie.
Your father will be happy.
Yeah, and I'll be able to grow up and lead a normal life. Probably meet the girl of my dreams. Have a place in the country.
Uh-huh.
Well, Samson, still say it's your house?
Hey, a baseball in the fireplace doesn't prove anything. A lot of people keep a baseball in the fireplace.
You're a lucky kid to have a real autograph from Babe Ruth.
I'll say. A real baseball in a fake fireplace. Yeah, and some fake logs on top of some fake gold bricks.
Fake gold bricks.
Fake gold bricks.
Fake gold bricks. So that's where he hid them. Uh-oh. All right, you come. I stole the gold years ago. I spent some time in prison. That's all behind me now, so...
So?
Can I go now?
You're forgetting one thing, Samson.
Yeah?
We got you on a 484.
484.
Stealing a baseball.
Why'd you steal my father's baseball, Mr. Sampson?
I didn't steal your father's baseball. I stole the house.
Why did you steal the house?
It wasn't for sale, and I needed it.
There are plenty of other houses in the greater Los Angeles area. Why this one?
Looks like this. When I stole that gold, I had a partner. He got away, but also he took the gold with him. And when I got out, I traced him here. He was living in this house when he got arrested for another crime. So I knew he must have hidden the gold in this house.
So you put the nab on the house to get the gold.
And it was here all the time. My partner built a fireplace out of gold bricks. Can you beat that? Should have known it, too.
Oh?
Used to be a bricklayer before he turned to a life of crime and corruption.
Would you say that crime does not pay?
I sure would. Not the way I do it, anyway.
We handed Clarence Sampson, alias Charles Sampson, alias Carl Sampson, alias William Howard Taft Sampson, over to the ever-vigilant Los Angeles Police Department.
Congratulations, partner.
Clarence Sampson was arrested for filching the house, which he was made to return. And he was found guilty of baseball theft and sentenced to an appropriate number of years away from society.